Hello, I'm Chris Kapches, President of Chestnut Park Real Estate, and I'm going to be presenting to you the October market report. And like a number of market reports that I've presented over the last few months, it's essentially a good news report in that average sale prices went up in October, as well as the number of sales. The one part of the sort of market data that I found encouraging is even though the average sale price went up by almost 6%, it was a little less than what we've seen over the last couple of months. And again, it's been one of my concerns that average sale prices should try and stay within the range of salaries and wages, which is around 3 to 3.5%. So we dropped back a little bit, still a little on the high side, but good news nonetheless. The sales were up by almost 15%, which again is wonderful news, and we've seen that consistently over the last 4 or 5 months. So that would indicate to me that the market has dealt with the issues that we've spoken about in previous market reports, like the mortgage stress tests. People have adjusted to that. And we had these great results, notwithstanding that we've seen interest rates slightly rise. Banks have, I think, built into their rate structure what they anticipate maybe going forward. But still, that didn't deter the consumer from buying more properties in the GTA, and especially in the Toronto area, as well as seeing our average sale price go up a little bit. So the concerns that I have are inventory. And particularly in the 416 region, or the city of Toronto, inventory levels are down to levels that we haven't seen in years, which makes it very difficult for the consumer to find the property that they want. There's some areas, for example, in Riverdale, Leslieville, and going further east into the beaches where, for example, getting a semi-detached property is almost non-existent. I was looking at the data before this presentation, only to discover that we have more sales of semi-detached properties than at the end of the month we have inventory. That does not bode well for the consumer. So that is one of the concerns. And of course, I go back to the other concern, which is always average sale prices getting too high. I'm actually less concerned about that than I have been in some previous reports, because I think the average sale prices have gotten pretty high. Like, for example, in the 416, average sale price is now $925,000. As it approaches the $1 million mark, of course, you can't have high ratio loans, which will also put pressure on the consumer's ability to overextend. And I think that will ultimately keep property prices at a level that will hopefully keep them sustainable going forward. Now, I've provided all this information and more in our market report, which I prepare every month. I've done it for October. You can find it on our blog. I encourage you to go there, and I really look forward to doing the November market report, which I think will say more of what I'm talking about today, but hopefully the average sale price won't have budged as high as I pointed out in the October data. And that will look very good for us going forward to the end of the year and, of course, into 2020. So until the November report, please go to the blog and get all the details that you want. Thank you.